Alright guys, so now we're on day 3. We're about to be rolling with Trini Surfer, and we're going to check out some beaches, the great outdoors of Trinidad. And listen, today's going to be a vibe, so stay tuned. Let's get it.
We're here on St. James, starting off the Trini Surfer tour, and I just wanted to give myself a little introduction to anyone who may be watching. So my name is Alan Charles, aka the Trini Surfer here in Trinidad. Very quickly, I started out during the COVID time. I was really into photography. That's where I started. Of course, the world changed and I became video oriented with YouTube, Instagram, everything. And basically I curated these tours because many people started to see the beauty of Trinidad and Tobago, and I really wanted to show love to my country and all the positive that we have to offer to the world. So this is why I curated tours all over Trinidad and Tobago, and today I'm very happy to be hosting these guys with us. I want to show them just a little bit of beauty, so hopefully in the future they come back. And I really believe Trinidad and Tobago is a small country that punches well above its weight on this earth. I hope you guys see this video and come and visit. Look me up. I'll happily take you and show you everything we have to offer out there. First of all, welcome to your Trini Surfer tour. A quick experience today, and of course the first stop is Doubles on any route. One of the most popular street food in Trinidad and Tobago, so it's a must for people visiting here. And we've come to St. James. Why this spot here? Well, this is one of my go-tos in the west, what we're doing the western tour today. And the reason I've come here is because one, I know it tastes good already, so I want to make sure you guys get a good experience. But a big deal about this one in particular is they're frying and making everything on the spot, which means it's going to be fresh. I know it's coming where it's coming from, and I want, of course, everybody to have a good first experience. If it's your first time, or for some of these fellas here who've eaten it before, they'll have standards, and we want to keep that standard. So I hope you enjoy. Again, slight pepper for everyone, even those who might not eat pepper. Sweet sauce, and we're gonna eat as many as you want before we head up the road. He has a hot fresh doubles. First of all, you can see the barra is fluffy, it's light. You have the chickpeas, which is the chana, slight pepper, and a little bit of sweet sauce in it. So there's no right or wrong way technically to eat it. The right way is to not let it fall on your body and stay in your clothes. So typically you hold it a little bit away from your body, out from you, bend forward, and you can either fold it like a taco, or sometimes I pull one flap of the doubles, one piece, and use it like a cloth and smash it and pick it up almost like you're eating it in that manner. Okay. But everybody has their own way, so you do it in whatever way you feel is right for you, and let's see what you come up with.
Okay, we're gonna show you how I eat the doubles. After his instructions.
Just don't do it wrong. Don't do it wrong.
Don't do it wrong.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's in my belly, it's right. First, get a close up of that.
No pressure at all.
So you said
it's a street food at heart, right? So it's okay if it falls on the floor a little bit. You just don't want it on your shoes and on your clothing.
So I can't eat it like a taco.
You can. You can try. Yeah. Like a soft taco. There we go. There we go. It's got the form. The back arch.
The back arch.
How's it taste?
Tastes nice.
Nice. That's what we want.
Fresh. Warm.
Excellent, excellent.
It's crazy how flavorful this is.
Very flavorful, vegan, if that matters to anyone, you know. Very good. Yeah man, you're doing good, you're doing good. Round of applause. I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10 in form. Very good.
The devil's expert.
Yeah. All you need now is your Trini passport and you're done, you're good.
This one dish right here might have me move to Trinidad.
And you got it, and it's a street food, right? So it's affordable. It's one of the most affordable foods in the country. People typically show up and eat like 2-3 of these for breakfast. Of course, you don't eat too much too often because it is still a flour, so you can get a dad bod like me.
Yeah.
But you don't want, nobody wants that.
About how much does this cost?
So on average, depending to where you are in the country, from anywhere from $5 up to like $8 for one TT dollars. So you can say like $1 US
Okay.
give or take, you know.
Yeah.
More on the countryside, you'll get better bargains. Down in the west where we are now, which you consider like the more expensive side of Trinidad and Tobago, a few more dollars per doubles, you know.
Okay.
Each vendor has a little bit of a switch up depending on how they get their product and whatever their costings are. If they just feeling to make a little more money and they're popular,
Yeah.
put some price on here, you know. But cheap compared to all the other foods.
Well worth the money.
Yes. So the traditional way, after you eat any doubles, it's a messy food, and all vendors will have like a cooler like this, and on the side you just turn it off, you scrub your hands out a little bit, and you lock it off and save the water for everybody else afterwards. There we go.
Like a hand model.
Yeah, beautiful hands. So if anybody's out here in Trinidad and you want these delicious doubles that everybody eating here, Shami's Hot Doubles in St. James, out almost every day of the week from very early in the morning. Come and check them out, support local business. So, this lovely lady here,
Morning.
my partner there. In Trinidad and Tobago, this is a big thing. Just like doubles, we like chow. We like to take fruit and we mix it with seasonings such as shadow beni, and they put like pimento garlic. You tell them, what's they have in it?
Shadow beni, garlic, pepper, no pepper too as well, salt, and love. We must
And love.
And love.
Love. So today, first of all, there's ones without pepper, so just in case nobody wants the pepper, you have mango and pineapple.
and we have sweet mango.
And sweet mango, which is like preserved mango, Chinese mango style.
Yeah, the long time old people style and jam.
Exactly, exactly. So let me get you have no pepper mango as well?
No, only pineapple.
Okay, well, let me get the pineapple and I'll take the pepper mango and we'll try a thing.
One each?
Yeah, one each please, we're gonna sample it here.
How about that?
How you going, boss? Hey, you hiding there?
This is no
You
pepper.
good?
Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah.
I know you're good.
I want to see it diving all over the place.
Yeah, but
this
you
is
know I can't
pepper.
stop moving. Hey, come and shout out the camera here. Just tell them what days you're here.
Saturday, Sunday,
Yes,
and public holidays.
Saturday, Sunday, public holidays, you can come and get your chow.
Yes, anytime.
Good thing.
Okay.
So if you want to avoid the pepper, maybe have the pineapple.
No, pepper cool, pepper cool.
It might be more pepper
But
than the
now,
doubles.
when they say pepper though, because there's levels to pepper. Is it like pepper or is it pepper?
Hey, boss man,
There's
sorry.
a difference.
How much pepper there in it?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I find it be a little peppery sometimes when I've
About
eaten it.
It's a 1?
Yeah.
He's lying for
A
sure.
1 for you could be a 10 for me. Mango chow with some pepper. Alright.
Mango.
Looks good. Looks
Oh, it
well
is good.
seasoned.
A chow is either a love or hate thing. It's either you really like it or you don't like it at all.
It's such a unique flavor. Because
Definitely.
it's like sweet and savory. It's really good.
The guy said it's a level 1 pepper out of 10. Is that correct?
It's like a 2.5.
2.5. Give it time. It'll go up to like 4 or 5 just now.
I bet.
So my favorite is often the mango, but I
That's
love
really
all.
good. I like that.
But a lot of people love the pineapple more than the mango. This one has no pepper.
Yeah, good. I like that one more.
Which one?
But it's good too.
Good stuff, good stuff. I'm glad he's here because this is a great part of the culture as well. This is a big thing in Trinidad and Tobago. People love their fruit chow. You can make it with any fruit, anything. They'll put any fruit in this, you will be shocked.
And the best chow man.
And he's the best chow man.
Best chow man in Trinidad and Tobago.
Self-proclaimed best chow man in Trinidad and Tobago. But no, your chow is fantastic though, I won't lie.
Yes, chow man.
But what's your biggest smile? Give him your biggest smile to the camera. Yeah man, laugh.
Good. Because I feel like I've been walking Carnival all day.
One of our first stops on this very quick tour, we had the absolutely beautiful Macqueripe Beach. Now this is the only beach in the western area of Trinidad that is on the north coast, much like where Maracas is on the north coast as well. A lot of people in the surrounding areas and the villages that precede coming here often come to swim early in the morning or late afternoon for sunset. As you can see, it's a small but really beautiful beach. Now the one thing to take note here is that because of its history with World War II and America being here, it does have a deep drop off when you get into the water. At one point in time, submarines even came into this bay. So be careful and mindful when you do come. However, a beautiful beach, very accessible, especially in the west of Trinidad. And as you can see, the water is just perfect today.
No mega resorts, no cruise ships. Trinidad is filled with beautiful nature. Behind me is Macqueripe Beach, which is a cool, calm, quiet bay with beautiful blue waters. Check it out for yourself.
Welcome to the Arboretum, a beautiful location here in Tucker Valley, Trinidad. Now this spot here, once part of a greater nutmeg location, has been an area that has been maintained for a very long time, I believe up to 30 years at this point in time. And what they aim to do is preserve different types of plants and trees so they don't go extinct in Trinidad and Tobago. But a big attraction when you come here as well are these beautiful man-made pools. However, they tap into a natural spring source that comes from way up into the mountains, so you get the freshest, cleanest, quite crisp and cold water flowing into these pools. Now this area here too, when you look around the property, you see that there's different sheds, there's cooking spots. You could rent these areas to have little cook-ups, birthday parties, come and swim with the family and friends and immerse yourself in nature amongst birds, monkeys and many different things. A truly hidden and beautiful spot in Trinidad and Tobago, and highly recommended. And it's of course a very natural place, so there's tons of birds. You actually sometimes see like monkeys and things just jumping all over the place. Alright, my brother here, he's going into our hot spring jacuzzi. Just walk to the end, see how it feels.
Bro, how you call this a hot spring? It's a cold spring.
It's definitely a cool spring.
It feels good though.
See the colors of the bamboo and everything. And the nice thing about this spot here is that it gets no more than 4 feet deep, so it's friendly for non-swimmers. You know, you can be safe here.
Refreshing. I've been in it.
You've been in it.
Yeah.
You did it. You did the deed.
I feel good.
On a real, it's actually like when you do swim and stuff in these type of water, you can almost feel moisturized when you come out because it's so clean and filled with like minerals and stuff. It's very nice.
All right. Can you do me a favor, my brother, and introduce yourself to the viewers?
I can. Sekou Allen. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Global Trinidad and Tobago, which is Trinidad and Tobago's trade and investment promotion agency. Happy to talk to you today.
Hey, listen, I'm glad to be here, and I'm honored that you gave me time
Of course.
to connect with you.
Of course. I'm honored to talk to you.
So tell me, when it comes to Trinidad's wealth and investments, like you're the man.
Well, let's just say I report to the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism. So the man is the Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism.
Okay.
And I report to him, and we are Trinidad and Tobago's trade investment promotion agency is really focused outside of oil and gas. So traditionally, we have a lot of wealth and earnings the country has made through oil.
Okay.
However, we are always looking to grow the non-oil and gas sector.
Okay.
And so the Trinidad and Tobago Trade Investment Promotion Agency is focused outside of oil and gas.
Okay.
We want to build more wealth for the organization through foreign investment and through supporting local firms exporting more.
Okay. You know, I want to touch on some more of that, right? Let me ask you this. About how many high net worth individuals would you say are in Trinidad? If you could give like a rough estimate.
How many? I doubt it would be a very difficult question to answer. What I can say is that we have a pretty strong GDP per capita.
Okay.
Right? On the basis of the successes we've had in the oil and gas industry, but also being the base for manufacturing, particularly for the Caribbean region and beyond.
Yeah.
So a lot of the Caribbean islands you go to, you will see a lot of the products that are made in Trinidad and Tobago exported, and you'd also see them in major diaspora markets like US, Canada, the UK, etc. And we're looking to build further afield. So the country does well, and we can do better.
Yeah.
And so the agency is really focused on working with those exporters to export more.
Yeah.
Those who not exporting more, not exporting at all, to start exporting and attracting foreign investment into the country.
Okay. And I know you mentioned like oil and gas, but if you could just kind of let them know, like, if there's many more, but like, what are the main sources of wealth, would you say, for the island today?
Well, 50% of the GDP is oil and gas. Right? It's a major, well, primarily gas actually, and downstream of gas. So we produce methanol, urea, ammonia in the Point Lisas industrial estate. So we're a major industrial base in the Caribbean, but we're also a significant source of manufactured goods, food and beverage, printing and packaging, etc. So we are really the manufacturing hub of the Caribbean. We have a very low cost of energy, as well as being outside of the hurricane belt. So it's really a logistics and manufacturing base.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there like other industries that are on the come up in terms of growth?
Absolutely. Tourism is another industry that we're looking to build. And I mean, you've been to Trinidad and Tobago with Visit Trinidad, and we have the Tobago tourism side as well. Our Ministry of Trade, Investment and Tourism is really ensuring that all the agencies under it, including us and Trinidad Tourism, are working collaboratively to increase that the visitor arrivals and the investment in infrastructure in that sector.
Yeah.
But we also have clean technology as well, renewable energies, agribusiness and agri-technology, and again, manufacturing remains our base, so we continue to build on manufacturing as well.
Okay. So Trinidad is widely known for their carnival, right? Like you mentioned, tourism.
Yes.
Like, why do you feel like, and you know, maybe I could be wrong, it just could be depending on the crowd that you're amongst, like, why do you feel like the masses don't talk about like the wealth side of Trinidad as much as they do like the carnival and the tourism?
When you say masses, you mean the masses outside of Trinidad, or in terms of how it's viewed?
Yes.
Well, culture is big worldwide, right? Culture and carnivals are known around the world. I think we have the best carnival, if I could say so myself. And so Trinidad and Tobago is typically known for either the oil and gas industry, if you are in a business sense, and it's known for its carnival. As you can see, I don't know if you stayed at Hyatt or Bricks, a ton of people come in for carnival every year. So I think that is what we're known for, and you know, we use that branding to start conversations about other things like investment, exports, etc.
Yeah. Do you feel like people from like other countries should look to Trinidad as a country to invest in?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our people, the skill and talent level of our people, we have free education all the way up to tertiary, so we have a very deep skill base. We have an industrial base, a strong infrastructure. You get the benefit of having the business side in Trinidad and the tourism side in Tobago, so we have a nice juxtaposition in that way. Again, business continuity. We're outside of the hurricane belt, and have a very low cost of energy. So when you put that all together, and depending on the industry you're talking about, manufacturing, BPO, etc., Trinidad is a very, very sound destination for investment.
Okay. I feel like I should invest into Trinidad.
I think you should. Did you bring your wallet?
Yeah. I'll take Bitcoin.
We do.
Okay. Last question.
Yes.
It's 5 years from now.
Okay.
It'll
be 2031.
Yes. Where do you see like the island from like an investment standpoint and growth standpoint, and maybe potentially just in different industries? Like, where do you see, what's the vision?
Well, very good question. And so our Minister of Trade, Investment and Tourism has given us that goal of $9 billion of investment in 5 years.
Say it again, how much?
$9 billion.
Okay.
And that's going to be in heavy industrial, light industrial manufacturing. That's going to be in business process outsourcing. We're looking to generate 10,000 jobs, particularly in that sector. And we're looking to really deepen our industrial base and expand and see significant investment in the tourism sector in Trinidad and in Tobago as well.
Wow. My brother, I appreciate you. You gave us a wealth of knowledge.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. If there's any last words that you want to share with the world,
I
about
just want to
Trinidad?
Trinidad and Tobago. It's the people, the culture. Come and do business. Stay for the fun.
that's a fact. Thank you so much.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Good.
To understand Trinidad and Tobago's wealth, you need to talk to Trinidad and Tobago's leadership. We're about to sit down and talk to the 8th Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Stuart Young. All right. How's it going?
Good man, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Can you do me a favor and introduce yourself to my amazing viewers?
Hi, I am Stuart Young. I don't know how he wants me to introduce myself, but I am the 8th Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, former Minister of Energy, Minister of National Security, amongst some of the ministerial portfolios I've held.
Now, I would say easily you're one of the most influential people in the country. So I would love to know. So a lot of people feel as though Trinidad is a wealthy Caribbean country, right? Would you agree?
You know, that's a message really that we should broadcast to the people in Trinidad and Tobago, right? Because I do believe in Trinidad and Tobago we're very, very fortunate. We have a higher ratio of income per capita to our GDP and these types of things, and that's based on our oil and gas industry over many, many decades. Of course, some of our Trinidad and Tobagonians would beg to differ, but the truth is when you compare us to a lot of our other CARICOM neighbors, we do pretty well.
Yeah, okay. You guys have clearly a lot of gas, right? With you guys having millions of barrels of gas, how do you feel like that impacts the people of Trinidad?
Well, you know, we're actually a mature province right now because we've actually been exploiting our gas, our natural gas, for many decades. And it's on a bit of a decline right now. But we have a huge natural gas industry that has basically provided the income for the development of Trinidad and Tobago for decades. So because we are able to use our gas and we produce LNG, which is very, very valuable out in the global world, as well as methanol and ammonia and some of these what we call petroleum chemical products. That has provided Trinidad and Tobago and successive governments with the ability to fund massive development. We have a free healthcare system as well, free education, all the way from kindergarten up to tertiary education. So these are some of the things. If you look around at a lot of our infrastructure, our road networks, our highway networks, the government buildings, but also that money flowing in our economy. It has benefited us here in Trinidad and Tobago. And we have quite a sophisticated gas industry. And prior to that, we've been exploiting oil for over 100 years in Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah, it's provided us with a good standard of living. But right now we're a mature province and our reserves are going down as is expected. So we're looking for alternate sources and these types of things.
Yeah, I want to actually ask you that as well. To hear that you guys have free education and free healthcare, as someone that lives in America,
tell them.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of jealous. Like, can y'all let our people or our leadership know how we can do that same thing? You know, because healthcare is expensive.
Very expensive, you know, and that's something that we take for granted in Trinidad and Tobago. But by comparison, we're a small population. I mean, we're about 1.4 million compared to 330 plus million in the United States. But still, it was a decision that we took our previous leaders decades ago that because of the wealth from our oil and then our gas, this is some of the benefit that we provide to our citizens.
Okay. What other industries do you feel as though that could play a role in the expansion of Trinidad's wealth?
We need to diversify,
Yeah.
right? So one of the industries I think has a lot of potential for Trinidad and Tobago is the maritime industry. Maritime. When you look at us geographically, we're outside, we're south of the hurricane belt.
Okay.
We also in the whole Gulf of Paria, it is a natural deep water harbor. We have a few natural deep water harbors right there. All of these, for example, these oil tankers that come in, all of the tankers that come in to get LNG, come in to get ammonia, methanol, they come straight in to deep water harbors. So the vision is for a maritime industry where we can service these vessels, including, and we were planning to build 2 Panamax dry docking facilities. So all of the vessels coming through the Panama Canal, as they come south, We are safe, literally a geographical safe harbor with natural deep water and a high level of service industry that we have workers who would be able to supply and be able to do the work on these vessels here, and we're going to train them, etc. So the maritime industry is a perfect segue and diversification for us, and also it is the only immediate industry that will provide us with what we call foreign exchange, your US dollars, earning that to keep our economy going.
Okay. Wow. I would like to see that.
I would too.
Okay. Carnival's a big business, right? I just enjoyed Carnival.
Very
right?
good. I'm glad you did.
And I seen a lot of people travel out here, right? Like I'm just seeing all the traffic. Like, do you believe that Carnival's a big business?
Carnival absolutely is a big business. And again, if you look at it, you will see that the Trinidadians and Tobagonians who are involved in Carnival, especially our younger generation, they are entrepreneurs and they have actually been marketing our product. So before, a few decades ago, Trinidad really was the mecca of Carnival. We were the place that everybody came to for that experience of Carnival that you just experienced.
Yes.
But then our young entrepreneurs began taking the product. Now every Caribbean island has a Carnival that really, they may get upset with me for saying this, but it really is rooted in Trinidad's Carnival. So that shows you immediately it's a product that can be sold. They've taken this as well outside. You have it in Brooklyn, in New York.
Yes.
You have it in Miami. You have it in Toronto. It's now exported. Correct, Jamaica was one of the first to see the benefits of it. So you have this product, and really there's a vision that to bring all of our cultural ambassadors and these entrepreneurs together. If we do it properly and we work together with them as a government, that is a product that can be sold out there and it can do wonders.
Yeah.
Not only for bringing people to Trinidad and Tobago, but marketing Trinidad and Tobago and earning us, again, income from it.
Yes. So like, do you feel as though that Carnival can be $1 billion brand? And if so, what would it take to get there?
It will take a lot of hard work. It will
Yes.
take proper marketing. It will take, the assistance that you can get from the government level is facilitation. All right, so we have to make it smooth. We have to make it smooth for persons who want to come invest, who want to come and enjoy Carnival. What you experienced this year, unfortunately, but I'll leave the politics out for the moment, but unfortunately was one of our carnivals within, I would say, the last few decades that actually had a lot of hiccups and a lot of hurdles and stuff, with a lot of unfortunate and unnecessary change being thrown at the industry. And those are the things that we need to iron out. But the answer is yes. I think we can get it there. We need to move as a unit.
Yes.
There's enough pie for everybody to eat
Right.
and to go around.
Can I keep real with you?
Please.
I love Trinidad, right? And as a Jamaican, as an islander, like I have a huge appreciation for just Caribbean islands in general, right? Trinidad it's an amazing country. It's beautiful. The food is amazing. Honestly, for me, top 5. Carnival is huge, right? A lot of fun. Clearly, like it's massive. But I feel like there's certain things that could be like in place to take tours into another level, like more resorts, right? Like maybe some bungalows. Like what do you feel like is preventing that from happening?
The truth is historic. So again, when you study oil and gas economies, there's something called the Dutch disease, and these economies become so dependent on the massive amounts of income earned from oil and gas. And of course, that oil and gas does not affect the vast majority of your citizens,
Right.
because they're not directly involved in the industry, but they get the benefits, as I've just outlined to you,
Education.
of it, the education, the
Healthcare.
healthcare, the infrastructure, these types of things. So they get the benefit of it. So sometimes that go get it, what I call the fire in the belly, is missing. And that is one of the disadvantages we found ourselves at, being an oil and gas industry. So whereas other Caribbean islands have to depend
Right.
on tourism, we have not had to depend on tourism. I mean, you use Jamaica. Jamaica is a great example of the resilience, the hard work. They've just been hit by a devastating
Yes.
hurricane Look how quickly the people got together. Look how quickly they got together to turn the tourism product
Right.
back on and to work together to get their economy because they depend on it. Whereas our people, everybody goes to sleep at night. The gas is coming in, is going out, is making money,
Yeah.
and these types of things. But there is a lot of potential, especially in Tobago, for the tourism product. And as I was telling you a short while ago, maritime industry is another big explosion waiting
Yes.
to happen.
Okay. Okay. With like Trinidad being, you could say like, you know, a more wealthier Caribbean island, being very resource rich. Like, why do you feel like it doesn't get the spotlight as, say, like other wealthier nations?
We're small. So, I mean, when you compare our wealth to other wealthy nations, the truth is we're still a small developing nation.
Okay.
Right? We do well on a per capita basis, but we're not up there with the really, really developed wealthy countries. We hold our own. We have a saying in Trinidad, we punch above our weight.
Okay. Okay. Would you say there's a lot of millionaires out here? If so, would you say, how many millionaires would you say?
That's an interesting question. Every country has millionaires. I am not sure what is the level of millionaires out there.
What are there, like hundreds or thousands?
You have to ask the tax man that.
Okay. Okay. You know him?
Who? The tax man? I certainly do.
Introduce you to him. Of course you know him. But last question. It's 10 years from now. Okay? If I were to come back to Trinidad, how do you feel like it would look?
Trinidad is at a crossroad right now. So when you look at that 10-year horizon, we have some serious decisions to make now and in the next 12 months that are going to determine where we are in that next 10-year period. It could go up and it could go down. I am very concerned that right now, if we take the wrong decision, we're going to end up in the wrong place. But there is a lot of potential if we take that decision in the next 10 years and do some of the stuff we've discussed here. You'll be enjoying a different carnival. It'll be, meaning a better Trinidad and Tobago will continue to flourish. It'll continue to do well. But on the other hand, like many other countries in the world, if you take the wrong decisions, then who knows where we'll be.
If you don't mind me asking, what are these crucial decisions?
There are a lot of crucial decisions that need to be taken now as to where we invest, where we go, where we spend money, what we do with it, what we as a people decide to do as to how we move our country forward. But I'll leave the politics for another time.
Stuart, I appreciate
Thanks a lot.
you.
And good to see you in Trinidad. You're
Yes.
always welcome here.
Yes.
And I look forward to it. Let's reconnect before the 10 years.
Yes.
But maybe in the 10 years and have the rest of the conversation.
For sure, I got to come back for Carnival. Maybe we can go to, play mass or something,
I look forward to that.
throw back some shandies, vibe,
Good man.
Thank you, brother.
Bless.
So today was a day. We just wrapped up day 3. Listen, we went to the beach. We had some local amazing doubles. We went to see nature. We got to sit down with the 8th Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. We hung out with some government officials to talk about investing in the country. We learned so much today. We had amazing food, and we experienced a different side of this island that some people never see. And I hope you guys loved it. Stay tuned for tomorrow because it ain't over yet. Let's go.